Hello, beauties. So today I am live. I'm going to make a necklace for you. This is a special necklace for Peggy. She should be watching this real soon. And the necklace is what I'm wearing. Can you see it? I'll show it up close in a second. Just show it from this far. It's long. That's how she wanted it. You can have it any size you want. The link will be in the comments. Let me come up closer and I'll take it off and show you what it is. So this particular necklace, I received inspiration from the movie The Shack. When I went and watched it, there's a beautiful garden scene, and the garden is, to the person walking through the garden's a mess. I mean, there's flowers everywhere. There's vines everywhere. It's just all over the place. Well, eventually they pan like the camera from the top, and you can see down on the garden, and that's when you can see that it's perfect. It's in a beautiful design, and you can see that there was an actual plan. So one of the quotes in the movie is perfectly in progress. So we are perfectly in progress, right? So that's what the quote says inside this necklace. Here it is. The garden scene in the movie has a butterfly, which you will see right here on my necklace. That is a rose gold butterfly, rose gold colored butterfly. I'm not sure if it's actually rose gold, to be honest with you. This is a stainless steel tree, because there is a tree in the garden in the movie. And this is the sterling silver disc. It says perfectly in progress, and you'll notice this one's been worn a lot because it's mine. Do you see how it's domed slightly right there? I'm going to be doing all that today. This is the necklace Peggy wanted. So let's get started. I've got some of my stuff ready already, so the video's not too long. I'm going to go over there, and I'm going to hand stamp each letter by hand with a hammer. And I'll show you how I do that. And so it might be a little loud when I hit, you know, just turn your volume down a little bit. All right, come on. This is how I wheel over. Usually there's a little bump in my floor mat, and I have to exercise a little bit to get over it. So that's wonderful because I sit here a lot during the day, and any extra exercise I can get is a bonus. All right, so I have a sterling silver disc, and it's 1 inch, and I've already marked on it where the middles are, so I can keep everything lined up straight. All the words will be straight. So I'm going to set that down. I've got tape here. This is just painter's tape. I doubled it up because when I hand stamp, I need my letter to grab that tape so it stays in a nice straight line, okay? So the word in, it's going to be perfectly in progress. So in will be in the middle. So I find the middle, put my tape down, and I'm going to hand stamp with these two letters, in, I-N. in. That's how you teach people to read. Okay, here's my hammer, and I'm going to stop talking for a minute so I can concentrate. There you go, the word in. Now I move the tape up slightly, and I'm going to do the word perfectly. Now, a lot of what I do, I eyeball it. So I want it to be more handmade, more handcrafted, more eyeballed, rather than perfect like a machine made it. I like those little flaws. So if it's slightly off when you eyeball something, I think that's good. I think it adds to the charm, it adds to the uniqueness. Each letter is the depth of the letter when I hit it is all going to be different. And that makes it more beautiful, right? Everything beautiful. All right, so I didn't write out in advance the word perfectly. I count out the letters. There's 9, so half of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. E. The E will be the middle. I may as well do progress while I'm at it. There's 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the middle. So on my disc, that middle line is going to be where I drew the middle line on the paper. So I know what letter to put straight in the middle. And that is actually the letter I start with is the very middle letter. And I work my way to the right and left to make sure everything is centered, eyeballed, of course, the best way. Okay, so I'm going to get to hammering the word perfectly, and I will be right back with you. All right, now I have the P and the Y left to stamp, and those letters, the stick part goes below the line that you stamp on. So what I do is, a little trick, I take my tape off and I put it across the top of like my E and my C, where the top of that letter is going to be. So I take my Y now and I slide it up to that point, so the stick part can come down below where it was, below where the other one was. There we go, perfectly in. Now I have to do progress. All right, so the G is another one of those that go down below the line. I don't want to do that one right away. I'll do R-E-S-S, and then I'll do the G and the rest of them in just a minute here. All right, P-R, prog, R-E-S-S. Okay, get your letters in line so that you're all ready to stamp out your whole word. Now, I'm going through this. It seems like it's very fast, but I've been doing it for a long time. I don't do it perfect every time, and I do make mistakes. Plenty of them, costly mistakes. If you want to look, I've got piles of my mistakes. Look at this pile right here. It's humongous. And I've actually gone through my piles and I have thrown them away. And these are other piles. So, yeah, it may seem like a quick progress, and it may seem, you know, like, bam, bam, oh, that's easy peasy. But it takes a lot of practice. All right, now I'm going for my G. So I have to move my tape so the G can go down below the line. All right, now I got to move my tape again. All right. O. And the R. And the P has a stick, so I have to move my tape. I don't like that. Hang on. Okay. There we go. Now I need to poke a hole since this one is domed, right there I just marked my hole. So that dot is where I'm going to punch my hole. Since this one is domed, I want to poke my hole, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to fill in the letters and polish it up a little bit, and then I'm going to dome it because it's easier, in my opinion, to get all the extra black stuff off so that it sinks down into the letters before I dome, and then just give it a final polishing after I dome it. This is my little tool. It's called a power punch. Now this is sterling silver, so it's going to go through there super easy. See that? Super easy. Now if that was stainless steel, let me find something stainless steel and I'll show you. That is not super easy. But it's a lot easier with this thing than it is other things. Okay, so then I give it a lot of pressure. Oh, see there? Much harder. Sterling is a much softer metal. Okay, so let's come on over here. And I'm going to take a Sharpie and fill in all the letters. Now, when you make these hand stamped jewelries, you can either use a Sharpie or you can buy a special blackening agent. It's a liquid, and you put that in there and take it off as well, the same as the Sharpie. And either one, both are acceptable. Both are widely used in making jewelry. So I just go in and fill in the letters. It's kind of like coloring, which for an artist is a lot of fun. Alright. Then I take a little piece of paper towel, and I've got this alcohol pumper, like they use at the doctor's office. I just pump a little alcohol. Alcohol takes Sharpie right off. So I'm just going to gently wipe the metal with the alcohol. Give it a little dry. And take my polishing pad, which will come when you order a piece of jewelry that's metal and hand stamped. You'll get a polishing pad so that you can keep your stuff polished nicely. So I'm just going to take the extra black off that way. See if there's any spots I need to re-stamp. See if there's any spots I need to color in a little better. The alcohol might have taken off too much. So some of them I'm just going to fill in a little more with this little pen. This is a Sharpie pen. Just fill them in a little bit. And then I can polish that again with this polishing pad. It's nice and shiny. Wow, is that pretty? Perfect. Pretty perfect. Perfectly in progress. All right, let's go back over here to the hammer because this dude is going to get beat. Move my little block. All right, so this is a doming block, I think it's what it's called, and it has different, like there's number 1, let me see, there's number 2, 3, 4, and then there's really deep ones, but we're just going to give it a 1. It's going to dome it just a little bit. So you put it in there. It comes with this handy dandy little, I don't know what this thing is called, to be honest with you, stick. You put it right in the middle and you start hammering. And I'm moving this stick around ever so slightly so that it makes like a cup shape. Now, I think this needs a little more weight to dome it better. So I'm going to use a bigger hammer, kind of crazy looking claw hammer. But it's heavy. And so sometimes when I need a little extra oomph, especially on stainless steel, I can't dome stainless steel. It is really, really hard. But this sterling silver is softer, so do you hear the difference? I move out of the way of that claw. So I'm just checking it and hitting it where I think it needs a little more. That looks good. Okay, so now we're going to come back over here to the table. Almost done. Come over here to the table and I'm going to finish polishing the front and the back. You would think that hammering that would scuff it, but it doesn't. It's kind of weird. I'm going to get the back here. Okay, it's mirror shiny. Take a look at that dome. Can you see it domed? Hold it still best I can. Can you see it from the side? All right. Perfectly in progress. Okay, so now it's time to assemble. Now Peggy wanted a long necklace like this. So I measured that's 18 and 18 on each side. So that would be 36. So I'll get my chain out and I'm going to measure 18. And I'm going to go just under 18 because I'm going to add a clasp. Shut your eyes. We don't want metal getting in our eyes when I clip, right? So next I take the polishing cloth here for chain, grab it, and run it along. And it takes anything off of it from when it was being produced, any kind of black. This is stainless steel chain. It's very, very, very strong chain. You can see this is not going to break on you. If it gets tugged on, these, jump rings or something might stretch out of shape and pop off or something, but you can always replace one of those very easily. But the chain itself is very, very tough. So next I'm going to put a clasp on the end. I've already opened up my jump rings. This is a stainless steel clasp. It's very durable. Close the jump ring up. At the other end I put this 2-inch extender. So yes, it's a long necklace and you would think, why do you need an extra 2 inches? Well, depending on the shirt she's wearing, she might want to raise it up a little bit or lower it a little bit. So I go ahead and I add this extra on the end, a little added benefit to everything beautiful jewelry. All right. Close this jump ring up. Okay, now I check the clasp. Wiggle it a couple times. Woo, woo, woo. It works just fine. These usually do. I don't hardly ever have a problem with them. There's my nice long chain. Now all I have to do is attach the disc, the beautiful little butterfly, which I love. These are really smooth. It's a real smooth charm. It's shiny and it's a rose gold color. It's really pretty. I like mixing metals. Some people don't care to mix metals. I love to mix metals. I like gold, rose gold, and the silver together. Or, just two of them together, whatever mixture you like. I like it. I like how they complement each other. So there we go. You probably can't. There we go. I just put those two together. Now I'm going to put it right in front of the disc and hook it right onto the chain. There we go. There's your finished necklace, Peggy. All done. So it's my pleasure to make a jewelry piece for you, and I've got a whole slew of orders I got to get back to, and I'll be getting those done today, and then I'm hoping to show you more orders. I'll just do some orders live, and you'll get to see how they're made and how your orders are made. If you would like to order something and watch it be made, let me know. and I'll probably be able to work that out for you. See you later.